Hey, praise the Lord, yo. I'm going to talk about Jesus, the 12-year-old Jesus. I know y'all probably heard this story a whole bunch of times where Jesus um, um, wandered off and got lost and at the festival, and he got lost, and then they found him at the temple teaching the priest, you know. And I was Jehovah's Witness. I thought this story was a bunch of BS because being black culture and stuff, I never could relate to that story. Because if that was my parents and if that was me raised up in Jehovah's Witness, they would have whipped my ass for being lost. You know. Say you should stay with me. And then if I would have came up with what Jesus said to them, well, wouldn't you know I'd be in my father's house? Man, if that was me, my mother would say, oh yeah, my mother would have took me in the back room of the Kingdom Hall and would have whipped my ass, you know. Those that was born into Jehovah Witness religion, cult, whatever, they can relate to what I'm saying. You know, with that back room, you couldn't even. You had to sit still through them boring talks, and you had to be like an inanimate object. You know, yeah, sit there for hours. You know, yeah. But but we talking about children of faith this month for December. So I figure I start with Jesus, talking about the 12-year-old, you know, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm reading out the NIV Bible, the New International Bible. Uh, let's go to Luke chapter 2, verse 51. And we just going to talk about that one verse. It say, then he went down to Nazareth with them and was obedient to them. But his mother treasured all these things in her heart. Okay, so y'all already know the backstory of what happened. So I'm thinking the main reason why Jesus was obedient was because he was God in the flesh. According to John 1 1, according to John, you know, because he came from glory and he lowered himself lower than angels. He came from the throne all the way down in Mary. So he um he um he that took a lot of I can't say submission, but he he could have said as a little boy, I don't have to listen to you, you know. I don't have to be obedient to you, you know. He could have, he ain't had to give no explanation as to why he went to the temple or why he was doing what he was doing. Because he was God, you know. Yup. So, anywho, that teaches young people a lesson about being obedient to your parents even when even when it's not the parents that you may like, you may not like your parents or whatever, you know. Yup, it teach young people a lesson. Yup, but anywho, yup, Joseph Murray, that story, I could never relate to that. Growing up Jehovah's Witness, you know, child, if that was my parents, I'd get the belt, you know. They would have child abused me right inside the Kingdom Hall. Yup. With my ass right in the hall. So everybody in the Kingdom Hall be hearing, you know. Yup. And say, what and now let's fast forward. Let's modernize this Jesus story. You know. Yup. How now if this was modernized time, you know, Child Protective Service would have got involved, and Joseph Murray would have got in a heap of trouble for Jesus being lost, you know, or it would be a missing a kid or missing a kid report, some crazy shit, you know. Yeah, but I never could relate to that. I was like, this story about Jesus um, at 12-year-old, I kind of always thought that that was a fake story or that wasn't real, you know. Like that really didn't happen or that was some bull crap story that was put in there, you know. You know, some story that, you know, some fake news story, you know, because even as a Jehovah's Witness, I couldn't relate to that, you know. But anyway, yeah, like, share, and subscribe. I thought I'd start with Jesus as the one of the children of faith, one of the children of faith series for this month. Okay, we're gonna talk since it's Christmas holiday this month. We're gonna focus on Jesus' story as a kid, you know, Jesus, and then we're gonna talk about other children of the Bible, you know, a few other kids in the Bible that God used. Yeah. But what do y'all think? What did y'all think when y'all grew up or y'all read that story about Jesus at 12-year-old at the temple, you know, and about the part where he got lost, you know. I always thought that was some bull crap, yeah. Because if you put some black, if you paint Jesus as a black kid with some black parents, man, you know, and that was some black parents, Jesus would have got his ass a spank, you know, you know, or some of them people in the temple would have gave, some of them people would have gave Joseph and Mary the side eye, like they neglected Jesus, you know. People would have been talking, like, why you ain't keep an eye on your son, you know, stuff like that, you know. Yep, yep. And especially if it was a black church or a black temple or the, you know, Jesus. Let's keep it real. This story don't sound right, you know. Yep, don't sound right at all. Now, if it was a black, black Jesus and Jesus talking to the priest and they a black priest or black pastor, whatever, the first thing it would say, uh, 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 they would switch the story around, saying, "Oh, Jesus, why ain't you with your parents?" You know how these pastors is now. You know, you know, these pastors these days and times don't wouldn't even talk to the 12-year-old Jesus. You know, he wouldn't do all that. Yep, wouldn't it? Yep. But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I thought I start with that and put my spin in it, or my reaction and truth to how I thought, growing up. Okay, love y'all. Happy holidays and everything. Okay.